We never know what is patents. That is the biggest problem we people are facing. When I go to other countries, the people they know about what is patents, what is trademarks, what is copyrights. The people are very well aware about those things. But here the awareness point is less. We need to improve all such things. Okay, how the patent has evolved. So initially the Paris Convention, I think you know about Paris Convention, it is to protect industrial design, to protect then Berne Convention and Universal Copyright Convention to protect literary or artistic field, and Rome Convention in 1961, performance, phonograph producers, broadcasting rights, other rights, and of course the Madrid Protocol it for trademark rights. So you know about, these are all the some basics you know about what is God. Some of the economics also we should know. We may be the pure engineers, but economics also we should know what is God. God is general agreement of tariff and trade. So what happens in God? In the first in Havana it happens, nobody knows about what is God. There is a difference is always there. Developed countries, developing countries, underdeveloped countries. Underdeveloped countries, they never know what's happening in these all these programs. So only at the time of 8th round of conference in Uruguay, that time the IPR is included. IPR is included in the 8th round of conference, and developing countries like India, that time the Murasari Maran, he was the Minister for Commerce and Industry, he explained to underdeveloped countries what it is happening, in which way it affects us, all the things he has explained. And finally, the chairman called Arthur Dungal. Arthur Dungal proposals clearly explains about what is IPR, why we need to include all such things. So when 1995, there is no God. God is changed into WTO, that is World Trade Organization. So when we talk about World Trade Organization, somebody know about what is WTO? It is free trade to full world. When we say about WTO, the many such criticism during those time, when we open the channels in the parliament, always criticizing about WTO. Why they are criticizing? Criticism like what it actually says, subsidies. So India, there are so many subsidies they are giving. Their outright important demand is cut all the subsidies. What is IP? IP means it's creation of intellect in industrial, scientific, literary and exclusive and literary and artistic field. IPR means the rights. For example, if you are buying a land, what you are doing? You are going to the sub-register office, you are registering, even then someone is makes pata and changing your land, these things are all happening. But same thing should not happen in the field of, if you are invent something, you need to register, else others will make money out of your invention. This is always happening. Many such colleges are, I gone to many colleges, the given seminar, the colleges have the separate cell, IPR cell they have. Some of the students are doing very good projects, very good BE projects, they never worry about the value of their products, projects. So after completing their BE, they just go to US and doing GRE, TOEFL, then they settle in US. They never look back their project works. So what the college is doing, they just select some of the good projects and applying IPR and they sell to some of the companies. They give license, they are assigning, they are cross-licensing. So these are all the issues are happening in some of the colleges. So some universities, what they are doing is sharing 25% share to the students and 75% to university. Someone else is making money out of your brain work, right? So this is always happening. So next, intellectual property rights means how it is classified. One is called industrial property rights, other one is copyrights and related rights. These industrial property rights comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Copyrights and related rights comes under HR Ministry. So industrial property rights, patents, designs, plant variety, trademark and geographical indication. So how important the patent is. I think you people know about the Kodak and Polaroid case. So what happens in Kodak and Polaroid case? Kodak is actually the real inventor, true inventor. So people approach the Kodak, why can't you go for patent filing? He simply says that, who will go for it? It's a waste of time. Many people still saying like that. Then what Polaroid did is, these people just copied their invention. They first filed the patent and they asked royalty to Kodak. I am the first person who filed patent, you please give royalty. So after that, so many court proceedings are there. Court asked Kodak to pay huge compensation. Kodak could not pay the compensation. Then they closed the camera industry. Most of the things, units they closed. This actually real story happened. Don't think that a patent is a waste of time. So using this patent, people are making crores of money. You know about this patent terrorist? Have anybody know about patent terrorist? American magazines used to call these people as patent terrorists. What these people are doing is, for example, the Intel company is there, or for example, the Bill Gates, he is going to launch some of the software. Okay, so these companies are there. There is experts like IITians, all such people are working in these companies. They somehow know that the Intel is going to launch this product or Microsoft is going to launch this product. They just make a broad claim. They never know that what exactly they are doing. Simply in a broad way, they make a patent claim. They just file a patent. Once they are about to launch their product, they just file a case in the court. Their ultimate idea is not to get patent, to delay the period for 6 months. Once he delayed the period of 6 months, there will be a huge crores of loss for him. Then they just call those people, some agreement, 1 or 2 crores. You give me this much crores, that's all, I will drop the case. In simple manner, in such a way, once you know that how to draft the broad claim, making crores of money. These type of companies are there in, many companies are there in US, even in Bombay also some of the companies are there. So we should be very careful about these things. So industrial property. So first you know the difference between the patents, designs and trademarks. The invention related to constructional features. Shape means designs. Trademark means the word, how it is written. For example, this is a pressure cooker. This pressure cooker has patent rights, design rights, copyrights and trademarks. The constructional feature. How the pressure cooker works. What is the principle? Second law of thermodynamics, what are the laws it is used. That and all comes under patent rights. And other thing is trademark rights. Trademark rights means the way in which you write a letter. For example, Reebok shoes or Ray-Ban glasses or whatever may be. If you go to the market, so duplicate product is always available. To avoid these things, the trademark rights is very, very important. In the newspaper also, even some biryani shop, they fight for 2-3 years. In Chennai and all, there is Talapa Katti, some biryani was there. Other person is Katti biryani. These two people are fight for many times. Because these people are not registered for trademark rights, finally the court given orders that your biryani shop is different, this biryani shop is different, you are not supposed to use this type of. So this is very famous in Chennai, that Talapa Katti biryani, this type of things. And when we talk about design rights, design is also important. For example, in the pressure cooker means how the lever, how the handle is there, how it is accommodates with each other. If it's a lower portion which closes the upper portion, all such things are all comes under design rights. Because of design also, you can make, people are making money. So morning I have given some example. In US what happens, the Pepsi and Coke is always the competitors. So always at one point of time, Pepsi's business overtakes Coke's business. Then people don't know how to avoid this such situation. Then finally the expert team decided that they have not changed the formula, only they changed the bottle design. Only thing they changed the bottle design. After a year time, Coke overtakes Pepsi. Then the press reporters, everybody, they have not changed anything, only the bottle design, how does it overtake? They gone to all the colleges, they gone to all the universities. In universities, their sales is more. It is something like holding like this. So most of the students, what they given answer is, it is something like holding my girlfriend. That is the reason why I am buying this Coke. He don't find any difference between these. Because of that, his business grows up. Okay. Nothing in technical, but these type of small strategies, they are making crores of money. This is industrial design. Then trademark of course, I told you, if Google means, TM means trademark registered. Once the trademark, they got trademark means, you might have noticed, or the symbol or might be there. Instead of TM, or means they obtained trademark registration, they got that registration. I think you know about what is one more thing in IPR is geographical indication. What actually the geographical indication means? The sarees has some value, but if you say that Kanchipuram sarees, it has some more value. So it's Tirupati Laddu, that is the place of origin. Because of the place of origin, Nagpur oranges, Kanchipuram silks, all because these type of things, for dealing all these type of things is geographical indication. I think Karnataka is number one. People, they got so much of geographical origins, even for the flowers and all such things, jasmine, all those things, that geographical indication rights people got. And Tanjore paintings, mats, Jaipur food. Yeah, right. Darjeeling tea was the first one. Yes, that's right. So, what is patent means? So you may ask that, what is the advantages of getting patents? The advantages in the sense, avoids the duplication of research. Avoids the duplication of research. If you go to any universities, one university person has copied, he may give his project to other university, other person give, these type of things you please avoid. Before do your project work, just go to the websites and what all the things are there. What is the latest development? Don't repeat anything. Avoids duplication of research. Latest development in different field of technology helps the industry to improve existing technology to produce cheaper and better products, serves as an indicator of achievements in R&D institutions, ability of individual researcher. These are all some of the advantages of. So object of the patent system, to encourage the inventors to work the patented inventions on commercial scale. Patents not granted on mere imitation of patented articles into India. I think you know that Edison, who invented the light, so he never goes for patent. But before, the tungsten is a material which is used for glowing. Before that, he tried with many materials, nearly about 200 materials he tried. So all the things he has failed. He asked his assistant to note down what are the materials he tried and failed, and finally come out the good solution with tungsten. What are the material, the successful material? Then his assistants asked him, why you are doing that? All these things are all 199 things. There is no use of these things. Why you are doing that? Then he replied that, other person doing research, don't waste time on this same material. He can invent with some other new things. What is the need of wasting time? Okay. But if you say that Einstein is a person, he worked in, his first job was patent examiner. So he got many patents. So patent means what all the things actually required means novel, non-obvious and industrial applicable, and not from the non-patentable category of patent law. It should be novel, non-obvious. So what is new and useful means any machine, any apparatus or other articles or process and method and manner of manufacture substance produced by manufacture, and any new and useful improvements in okay. Okay. Thank you. So invention should not be published in India or elsewhere, prior public knowledge, and it should not be claimed before by the application of India. And next one is, it should be industrially useful and useful to the public. Product of the invention should be tangible. Non-obviousness. Non-obviousness means the person with average skill, additional features. For example, the improvements from the previous one. You think that one person has got patent for pen. Do you think no more patents? There are so many patents in the field of pen. For example, in the later years in 1970s, some people got patent for this type of pen. What is this type? This is a pen. 2 strips of foil bonded along with peripherals, writing cartridge is inserted. This was the pen in 70s people were used. One person got patent for this one. So other person, this is for industrial, not industrial applicability, inventive step. So other person has come in 1980, outer casing. He just changed the design and outer casing, plurality of slots are there, conversion table around the inner cell, selectively viewed by the cap adjustment. This is an improvement, very small improvement. Don't think that patent means only Einstein or Edison needs to come. Even a small clip, small folder, these things also people got patent. So some of the things like the shock absorber is there. In the shock absorber, the helical spring is there, means the helical spring, because of the small adjustment, how the efficiency improved. That also some persons projected and they got patent for the very, very small improvement. It shows some efficiency. This is a small improvement. And other one is the spring action. Previously there is no spring action here. The spring action this person has introduced. So he also got a patent. This is something like solar power. There is a solar power in the top. So pen on pressing connect solar cell array with counter. LCD connected to counter displays counts. This is also patentable. In 88, there is no use. This one is, there is no cap record. When you fold it like this, that is 52. When you fold it like this, automatically it closed. It's not the biggest information. It's a very, very, very small improvement. This person also got a patent. Here the built-in paper roll inside the pen. This person also got patent. Do you know what it is? Pen with centered housing. This person also got patent. Nothing like that. It's supposed what can I say? In the newspaper, some coffee advertisement is comes, means when you rub it and smell it, means the coffee smell will come. Like that, in that holder, what happens? The smell is always coming. That is a very small improvement from the previous one. In 2004, one person got patent for, has a grip incorporated into pen barrel and barrel with scent coating. Very small improvement. And is useful as a promotional device, aroma of coffee. This is the inventive step. And one more thing, the marker pen and ballpoint with refill. So in same pen, how many inventions has? So this one is, the light is connected battery inside the pen. When you push it, the light will also glow. This is also the small improvement. People got patent. I don't want to go deep into the Patent Act history. So it consumes so much of time. So I had told about what are the things are patentable. Some of the exclusions are there for non-patentable inventions. What all the things are non-patentable in nature? So invention which is frivolous and contrary to well-established natural laws. So well-established natural laws, if it is against me, definitely it's not patentable. So for example, the perpetual motion. Perpetual motion means output is more than input. It cannot be. I think one famous case study has come. I think you people know about Ramar Pillai, one person, the herbal petrol. He introduced herbal petrol in 20 rupees. I am giving petrol. Like that he said. So in the newspaper also there is so many news. People used his herbal petrol, but he approached the patent office. But patent is not granted. But input cannot be more than, output cannot be more than input. So this is against the second law of thermodynamics. What is that law? Kelvin-Planck, Clausius inequality. So that is not patentable. But those people were used his herbal petrol for initially for a year time. So all the vehicles goes with that herbal petrol. After a year, what happened to the engine? Nobody knows. Because finally the police people found that there is so much of benzene barrel available in his factory. So benzene also your vehicle will run. Even if you use kerosene, your vehicle will run. But initially starting only petrol record. Then you just give other connection, kerosene also. That is inventions frivolous and contrary to well-established natural laws. So section 3b says that inventions contrary to law, morality and injurious to public health. Something you are making, but it is injurious to public health means that is not adulteration of food. The discovery of scientific principle and formulation of abstract theory, mathematical formula of Einstein theory, then these things are not patentable as per Indian Patent Act. So one more important law, this particular law, the 3D, section 3D is available only in India. Discovery of new use of known substance, process and machine, that is new use of aspirin. Aspirin might have cure cardiovascular disease. The same formula if you use it cure some other disease means each use is not patentable. Only one use is patentable. Using this section, that famous case, in the paper you might have read about the Novartis case. Have you read about Novartis case? The Hindu, the everyday the article has come previously. The Novartis is an anti-cancer drug. They made an anti-cancer drug. What happened? The small improvements may give some more time like that. You can live for some more time. These people, the Roche, I think in Swiss company, they got patent all over the world except in India. So when it comes to Indian Patent Office, some of my colleagues, what they said is they examined and they say that record efficiency is, there is no efficacy. The minimum efficacy is not there. That is the reason why it's not granted the patent. But he argued that entire world I got the patent. Only country in India is not able to get the patent. Then he bring his lawyer to the patent office. You know who was his lawyer? Novartis lawyer. Former Home Minister wife. Chidambaram. Nalini Chidambaram, she came to patent office for the argument, and all the Siddha Council and the Ayurvedic Council, everybody supporting the patent office not to grant patent for this particular company. And finally we gave decision against this Novartis companies. Then they moved to IPAB, Intellectual Property Appellate Board is there. There also they lose the case. Then they go to High Court. High Court also they lose the case, and finally in Supreme Court also they lose the case. So these are so much of pressures also coming. No, that is the reference. It's nothing like if suppose you got the patent in India, before granting patent in US, the same invention someone is applying in US means before granting a patent, what he will do is he will check whole world. So if India, one person already got the patent means he will not grant patent in US. So what happens, you want to do, if suppose somebody else, no one will get the patent for in US, but they can do marketing. The same case, in the Novartis they are not getting means marketing they can, but they will not, anyone else will not get patent. You cannot avoid it. If someone else is doing the patent, doing the same composition means you cannot stop it. So that is the only difference. People will not grant patent. Suppose I am granting patent for some product, US examiner will not grant the patent for the same product. Same invention, the same inventor need to go to US and file a patent. Else, he will not do any marketing in US. That is the only difference. Then composition. What is section 3A says is composition obtained by mere admixture and its preparation of process, the sand and salt mixture not showing any property. Just mixing, but there is no property, anything, any output means it's not patentable. Mere arrangement and rearrangement. The people will come with umbrella with fan. I am using umbrella, I am fitted a fan that just lifting the umbrella, then put a switch, fan is rotating, means this operation is separate, this operation is separate. Bucket fitted with torch, this operation is separate, torch operation is separate. So that is not patentable. For example, if you are driving a car, you put what can I say, the right indicator, and when you straighten your steering means automatically the indicator will switches off. So it's automatic switches off, then it is patentable. If you are manually switching off your indicator means then that is not patentable. That is the only difference. And plants, animals other than GMO. GMO means genetically modified organisms. So now the GMO is patentable in nature. So I think for that one only the famous Anando Chakrabarti case has come. What is that Anando Chakrabarti case is when the ships, that is a merchant ship, it goes means what it does is it spills so much of oil in the sea. That amount is huge. Because of that all the creatures lives in sea are vastly affected. So to avoid those things, what Ananda Chakravarti did is, he made a genetically modified organisms. That bacteria, what the bacteria will do is, just splits the hydrogen and carbon, then it vaporizes. They are not doing any cleaning work. During using that biotechnology idea, just splits the hydrogen, carbon, then it vaporizes because of that bacteria. The bacteria is genetically modified one. That particular one is patentable. Method of agriculture and horticulture, it's not patentable. Method of agriculture and horticulture means today the farmers are doing some work. In this manner, if you are doing, we are getting an output of this much of tomatoes. In this direction you do. That type of things are not patentable. And process of human treatment. Doctor is saying that in this manner, if you are doing operation, the heart disease success rate is 100% means the doctor cannot claim patent for method of doing operation.